everybody. Thank you for joining today. A little bit of background on myself. As mentioned, my name is Adam Fain. I'm an attorney at Saul Ewing, Arnstein & Lair. Saul Ewing is a law firm of approximately 400 lawyers in 17 different offices. I am a tax controversy lawyer. I started my career at the IRS as an attorney for the IRS, and I've been in private practice for about 16 years now. My daily practice consists of representing taxpayers in audits, collection matters, appeals, administrative appeals, in tax court litigation, fighting the IRS in tax court, district court litigation, trust fund penalties, abatements, and criminal investigations, both civil fraud as well as we represent taxpayers who unfortunately sometimes are indicted by the U.S. government. I appreciate your time today. Thank you to Webinar Planet for asking me to talk about IRS audits and appeals. The first slide that we're looking at here is an updated org chart as of May 2022, as of this month. The important thing I think on here to note is, one, how compartmentalized the IRS truly is. And two, the commissioner, Charles Rettig, was appointed commissioner under the Trump administration and is currently the commissioner under the Biden administration. Charles goes by Chuck, as in Chuck Rettig. Chuck is formerly a tax controversy lawyer like myself. And the interesting part is most commissioners, when there's administration change, no longer continue to act as the commissioner because the incoming administration typically appoints somebody else to be the commissioner of the IRS. But Chuck has stayed on, so it provides a level of consistency that we don't often see in the IRS from a leadership and top-down approach, and that could be good or bad depending on how your experience is with the IRS. One thing that is not getting better at the IRS that we see impactful in our everyday practice is the continued understaffing of the IRS. Now, this is telling us, this chart here is telling us, looking from 2019 through 2020, that there was a slight uptick in Internal Revenue Service employees. Unfortunately, what we find, and my sense is what you're finding when dealing with the IRS, is these aren't the types of employees that are terribly helpful to practitioners like ourselves. A lot of these are temporary employees due to the uptick, and other are sort of low-level administrative support employees. They're not the examiners and the collection officers and the appeals officers and the criminal agents and the attorneys that we are frequently dealing with on a day-to-day basis, where you're truly getting things done. So if we look at this chart, we're seeing a slight uptick in exam and collection agents. Again, I'm not seeing that on the front lines. This is probably more just people in those departments. But this chart's a bit more telling. Going back to this chart, this is a 2-year comparison. It's not, it's basically been flatlined at the IRS for many years, and it's largely due to the budget cuts. So what's happening at the IRS is their yearly budget increase is not keeping up with their expenses. So you have people, the most senior people, retiring, but budget's going slightly up, but it's really covering the overhead of the existing personnel and their pensions and all that type of stuff. What you're not seeing is enough of an increase in the budget where you're seeing a true staff up of the IRS.